Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Cross with the Crazy Lady. And today, we're back at it with Swooning over stands. Today, we went on a date with Ford, an actual date, not one that was supervised by Mabel and Dimmer. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy the video. The date continues in a quiet alcove of the Gravity Falls Library on the roof and on the roof of the shack past midnight. They're simple compared to the production Mabel whipped up for the night of the meteor shower. But Ford seems to be more comfortable this way, and so are you. You've learned more about him, but it's like he still seems to be holding something back. In your conversations, it feels less like he spent a year away sailing, and more like he spent half of his life in another universe. I mean, we the audience know, but my character doesn't. That's actually kind of funny. For instance, during that afternoon at the library, he attempted to print nearly 3 decades worth of academic papers in physics. You had to remind him about the existence of PDF downloads and USB drives. But whatever past he's hiding, you're not sure you'll ever find out. The magic Stan's worked on your car has it rendered almost operational again, meaning your time in Gravity Falls is coming to a close. And today is the last day you'll have with Ford. No! You arrive at the Gravity Falls community pool just after sunset. Pinks and oranges and yellows streaking across the sky like a splash of maple juice. Despite it being after hours, the community pool, the front gate is open. Thanks, Dimmer. You sidle inside, taking in the abandoned floaties and one of the several times special edition soggy towel on the floor. After a few minutes pass before Ford arrives, signaled by his accidental slip on several times the towel and a quiet curse at his clumsiness. Oh, Ford! Ford, my baby! Oh my gosh. I love Ford and his clumsiness. Don't worry, I nearly stood on it too. Someone must have left it behind, though maybe for good reason. He picks up the towel between a forefinger and a thumb, and something sticky, drips off of deep Chris's forehead. Ford shudders and drops it again. Children and their boy bands. Make sure Mabel's not around when you hear that? I'm fairly certain she'll disown you. At least Baba actually had some good songs back in their day. Ford turns to you and you notice something. His curious expression as you stare at him he makes his way over to you, tilting his head down in your direction. Curse him for being so dang tall and cute, even though... Ford? Yes? ... You have a California freight magnet stuck to your head. Ford immediately blushes bright red in surprise. Really? Gesture to the where magnet is, peel it off his forehead. I'll peel it off. You pull the magnet off his forehead, examine it for a moment, and then lightly taps his nose with it. He blushes a somehow deeper pink, grinning bashfully at you. Ford sits at the edge of the pool and dangles his feet. Having not worn a swimsuit, you have one under your clothing, but you're kind of nervous to get undressed. Ooh. May I legs back and forth in the water. The two of you sit in silence for a moment. Do you go swimming a lot? Me? No. I used to when I swim a lot as a child, since we lived near the ocean, but now, not really. Why not? I never had the time, I suppose. But I was always so busy with my work, and I never realized we even had a community pool until Mabel told me about it. It goes quiet again. Ford's hand skims the surface of the water, tracing tiny waves with his fingers. He looks to be in deep thought, like something's troubling him. Ford, what's the matter? He looks up, wide-eyed, blinking behind his thick glasses. Oh, nothing, just thinking. You stay silent, and instead start swirling your finger within the water too. Occasionally curling your fingers around his, and it's an accident, of course. An accident. Eventually, you both stop messing with the water and leave your fingers linked together, which gradually turns into his hand taking yours and all of your fingers intertwining, knuckles running against the water. Ford swallows. Out of the corner of his eye, out of the corner of your eye, you see his face turn tinted pink. And it's probably not from the sunset. He seems nervous. More nervous than on your Mabel certified date of dreams, which is strange considering the context. That one was pretty forced. Ford, do you trust me? The question comes in one breath, out of nowhere. His grip on your hand tightens. What do you say? Yes, of course. He rubbed the back of his neck with his free hand, a small reflexive gesture, his 6 fingers dipping beneath the high collar of his sweater. There are things I still haven't told you about myself. Things I'm not sure you like. Of course, there's a great Uncle Ford side of things, what with Dipper and Mabel, but you know, but you don't really know what happened to me while I was studying here 30 years ago. Tell me about it. Tell me, Ford. It's okay. You trust me, right? We can tell each other these sort of things. Ford looks down at the water, at his reflection. He frowns and closes his eyes, and thinks for a moment. You've proven yourself to be a good companion, to put it lightly. Of course, the whole dating thing. He blushes. Ford coughs when you start giggling. Well, what I mean is, there's nothing about that could do me significant harm. Just wait until I peel off my human skin and become a lizard person. Within the 7 species residing on this earth, there exists a race of lizard people, and surely they walk among us, Rebecca. But that's no joking matter. You stare at him, eyebrows raised. An eyebrow raised. Both of you burst out laughing, the sound echoing around the pool, and from the corner of your eye, you notice Ford scooting closer to you. Rebecca, you haven't heard of Gravity Falls until you crashed into the shack because of my magnet gun, correct? I read about the shack being a tourist trap in Oregon, but that's about it. Gravity Falls wasn't even on my map. Why do you ask? That's to be expected. Most people don't know about Gravity Falls until they see it for themselves, or do elaborate research on it. Remember when we went hunting for the Mothman, I warned you about other creatures that could be found in the woods and around town? You mean the leprechaun, the gremlin, and the others you told me about, right? There's so many more oddities, bizarre creatures, and geographical anomalies, secret societies, and strange townspeople. And, like I've said before, this unique concentration of weirdness is what drew me to Gravity Falls in the first place, and made it the perfect place to conduct my research. Why was the weirdness centralized to Gravity Falls? Exactly! That's what I wondered. My biggest question during those studies was why? Why was this town so strange? I tried to find an answer, a unifying theory that would pull my research together and finally grant me success. But I hit a wall. I had no ideas, no leads, with nothing and no one to help me until I knew Bill Dodger was gonna come into this! I knew it! Oh my gosh, I knew it! I knew it! Until I found a being by the name of Bill Cipher. He came to me in my dreams, claiming he was a godly muse, a friend, someone who could do a lot to help. A lot with a little help, and I believed him. Ford continues with a bitterness you've certainly never heard in his tone before. I put my unconditional trust in him. I asked for his wisdom, his guidance. Put him on a godly pedestal and worshipped him. Even going as so far to litter my house with his image. You built the door? What happened to it? Well, I consulted Bill about my unifying theory, and he told me that my answer lay in another dimension, and that he could help me build a portal to it. Obviously, I built it without hesitation, without thought, and instead of being a doorway to a weirdness dimension, as I had been led to believe, it turns out it led to a nightmare realm, Bill's realm. He had tricked me. All he wanted to do was cross into our dimension and model it into its own chaotic image. I shut the portal down before his plans could be realized, but it was too late. My mind was in shambles from Bill's influence. I should have ended it. I should have turned the portal down, but I had put so much into making it work. I hid the instructions for its operation instead. I tried to entrust a piece of it to Stanley, but after 10 years, Ford pauses, sucking in a deep breath. We fought. In the midst of it all, one of us pushed a button and pulled a switch. The portal was reactivated that day, and I was pulled into it. I spent the next 30 years in that portal. Years of searching for the answer to a new question. How to defeat Bill, once and for all. But I was pulled back into my dimension, into this dimension. My home dimension, and too early, and all of this frustration came crashing down. In this tiny town, a grand multi-universe, I truly believed I was meant for something more. Bill told me that I would change the world. I never questioned it, if it would be for better or for worse. You doing what you thought was best. At the time, of course, but I didn't realize the repercussions it had of my actions would be so catastrophic. But you did it, right? Did what? Built the portal, left, came back, etc. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. I did, yes, but I didn't do it alone. I was pulled back through the portal by Stanley himself, and Skipper and Mabel, of course. However, because the portal had been reactivated, Bill could enter our world at any time. I destroyed the portal device once and for all, but what was left was an interdimensional rift. in space-time, left over from the portal's last operation. It had the potential to let Bill through our dimension. I contained it, but the rift was shattered, and Bill entered the physical realm and wreaked havoc on Gravity Falls in an event called Weirdmageddon. I knew Weirdmageddon was gonna come into this! I knew it! I knew he was gonna tell me! I mean, we as the audience, we know what Weirdmageddon was, but my character in the thing doesn't know. But we as the audience know it was weird. Because Armageddon would have been better. What did you do? What happened? What happened during Weirdmageddon? It was, to put it lightly, the end of the world. That's not putting it lightly! It was the apocalypse. Weirdness exploding from every corner, anomalies even I couldn't explain everywhere. It was all Bill's doing, but he breathed out frustrated with himself. It was still my fault. As much as I want to go back on myself and say it wasn't, I still caused the whole thing. I brought Bill here. I helped him with his plan. But don't let this define you, Boyd. You learned a lesson. Sometimes people don't have the best intentions at heart. By the sounds of it, this Bill character has no heart. He's a demon, so no. It's a mark on your conscience, and it hurts to remember, but you fixed your mistake. You stopped the world from ending, and you remembered that your family are some of the best dang people I've certainly ever met. And you get to be related to them. They are rather great. Even after all that, they still love you, don't they? Mabel set us up on a romantic date. Dipper wrote you a whole DD and more D campaign. Stan, well, he's how much your twin brother cares for you. He built the entire portal back up and brought you home. Ford nods and squeezes your hand. It was awful and bad, and yeah, you messed up. But it doesn't define you. You're incredibly intelligent and fun to hang out with, and sure, sometimes I don't understand half the sciencey stuff that comes out of your mouth, but it's all part of you, and that makes me like you all the same. Ford finally turns to look at you and winds an arm around your shoulder. You scoot closer and complete the hug, draping your arm across his middle, hugging him tight. Thank you for listening to me ramble. It wasn't rambling. It was your life. And I'm very happy to learn more about you whenever you want to tell me more. Ford pauses, thinking. My favorite snacks are jelly beans. I hate chocolate peanuts. I kind of guessed the whole jelly bean thing. Ford laughs and you laugh with him. Nuzzling into his chest, you feel him swallow before he presses his lips to the top of your head. Thank you. You're welcome, Ford. He smiles at you a moment longer, but then it falls as he sobers. I suppose I wanted to tell you because you're leaving soon. The acknowledgement that in a matter of days your time in Gravity Falls will be over should feel final, but instead it only feels distant. You sit back and relinquish Ford's embrace, and he speaks again. Rebecca, what are you doing after all this? When you get your car back, what will you do? I don't know yet. I'll see when I get there. It would be comforting to think that Ford would still be here in Gravity Falls for summers to come, but you recall that Stan Stan and Ford don't live on land anymore. They'll be setting sail again and exploring the high seas, documenting the oddities of the world from what you've already heard about it. It's intense stuff that keeps him on the move and untethered. I'm gonna tell Ford how I feel! Tell him, me! Tell him! Ford. Yes? Never mind. It was nothing. Let's just enjoy this. Oh, damn it! Oh, darn it! Darn it! So you do. Sunlight starting to bleed in between the pine trees as the sun sets on your last night in Gravity Falls. No! Ah! No! 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 Darn it! Oh gosh! That's okay then. It was your last day in Gravity Falls. Weeks ago, you worried today would never come, but now it's here and you don't know how to feel. Yesterday, when Stan told you your car was good to go, you wanted to believe that there was something still left for him to fix. And yesterday evening, after a final dinner with the whole Pines family and Zeus's back-breaking goodbye hug, you almost resigned yourself to letting go. But now, in the clarity of the daylight, you realize that these weird, wonderful people don't have to disappear from your life for good. You'll always have the memories, and you'll always be able to keep in touch through letters and packages and video calls. They won't be able to get rid of you. Even. Too late, suckers. There's trend for life. Oh! It's been a while since I saw Stan! No! Oh, it's coming to an end! Oh no! I'm so sad! When you make your way out of the shack, you are met by the pines and wattles, all gathered beside a large tarp, covering what you guess is your car, and talking amongst themselves until they spot you. There she is! Thought you were gonna miss the big reveal. Now, you guys! Ford and Stan each take an end of the tarp, and pulling it off with a flourish as Mabel and Dipper throw handfuls of confetti in the air. Ta-da! The reveal is indeed your car. Besides a couple of nicks here and there, it's hard to believe it's still the same one you crashed just weeks ago. Heck, it probably runs better than it did when you first got it. It looks amazing. You take it all in, running your hands along the hood, marveling at its spotless windows. Ford, can I call you next time I need a tune-up? If this is what happens when you use a magnet gun, I might ask you to tow my car more often. Yes, well, perhaps we can find a middle ground. Hey, no love for me, huh? Don't forget who got you out of this mess in the first place. I could never. Trust me. I'll think of you every time I use my windshield wipers with that damning button. You laugh, giving Stan a big hug in gratitude. Thank you, Stan. You turn to the whole family, taking in the moment. Thanks to all of you for everything. It's been unforgettable. Familiar car keys laid back in your hand. You unlock your car and load your belongings into the trunk. Mabel comes up and hands you a package, wrapped entirely in ribbons and bows, winking. Just something to remember us by. Stan calls from where he stands with Ford, to the left of your car. Don't know what it is, but it's from me too. And, me? Zipper simply shoots you a thumbs up, and then you look at the label on Mabel's gift. You see his name is already on it besides hers. Oh god, what do we do? You know what? I'm gonna open it. You're about to pull out the ribbons, but Mabel chides you. No, you've got to open it on the road after you leave. Or, after you stop at a rest stop because you're driving. Please don't get into another accident. You type the gift into the trunk on top of everything else, making sure it's safe from being crushed. After Mabel waddles comes up to you and as well and snorts up at you, you give the little guy a loving pet. Pet, pet, pet. You're gonna miss that pig. You're really gonna miss Gravity Falls too. I don't know what to say except you're about to say goodbye, but Ford interrupts you. Rebecca, wait. Oh boy. Come on, kids, back at the house. What are you here to see? What I want to see! Bye, guys! Stan shoots the kids back into the house, leaving Ford and you alone outside. Ford steps closer to face you. Rebecca, I've never been great at relationships. In college, I ruined what chances I had. Everything after that is best left forgotten. But I think I really want to try this, Rebecca, if you'll have me. I want this too, Ford! I think this will work. And I want to keep in touch, Ford. I wanted to ask for your number ages ago, but the shack's landline isn't exactly private, and I don't think you own a cell phone. No. Stanley is the one who bothers to sell your phones for the kids' sake. But I connected my watch to the interweb, as they say, and you can send me electronic email or... This is so adorable! Ford hands you a folded piece of paper with parts of his cursive peeking from its folds. You start to unfold it before Ford places a hand over yours. You can send me a letter. This one's just to start us off. You look up at him and feel the desire to kiss him. Yay! Yay! I got a kiss on the cheek! I kissed him on the cheek! You lean up, giving him a parting kiss on the cheek, and you step back. He's blushing. You know, Rebecca, meeting you has been it made me incredibly glad that I made the mistake with Magneto. Not that stranding you here was positive, but remember me, alright? Same to you. Don't forget me while you're off saving the world on the stand of war. Goodbye, Ford. Oh, my heart, man! Oh, my heart! Ford watches you get in your car and start up the engine. You turn to the road with ease, and in the rearview mirror, you see Ford waving goodbye, as well as Dipper, Mabel, and Stan from the shack. You smile at the sight and say a last goodbye into the quiet of your car, watching until you have to focus on the road once more. A little while longer, you're through the town, back on the open road. A sign passes right now, on the right, now leaving Gravity Falls. It's not until you're at the next rest stop you think to open Mabel's gift, or well, the Pine family's gift. You unwrap it to find Mr. Shack souvenirs, a small knitted square. Mabel has helpfully labeled as a mug sweater and a photo. Can I click on anything? Oh, my heart! My heart! Thank you for playing. Oh, my heart, you guys! Oh, my heart! That was such a good game. I loved it. I didn't know that it was gonna be the final part, but honestly, I am am so glad I played this. I wanted the bar to get all the way full, but honestly, I am so grateful that I played this because because I am a massive Gravity Falls fan, and I hope you guys like this series. If you want me to do the stand route or try to get the bar all the way full again, all the way full, let me know in the comments below in this video. Like, subscribe, share the video, and share my channel with your friends. Honestly, like I said, I loved this game. I loved it so much. And I truly want to keep playing it, but, like I said, I hope you guys like this channel. I hope you guys like seeing my reactions to the dates with board. Um, I kind of wonder if you can get the bar all the way full, and you actually get to kiss board, like not just on the cheek, but like I love this game. Like I said, comment if you want me to do the stand route, which I will totally do. Um, but yeah, just like, subscribe, comment. I really hope you guys liked it, like this series, because I know I did. Bye for now.